Ready? Let's do a small experiment. Imagine there's something small that's worrying you right now. It doesn't matter what, maybe a message, a meeting, or a thought about the future. Let your mind run the scenario on its own. Notice your body. Is your heart racing? Tight chest? Thoughts spinning? That is anxiety, not just a feeling. It's a neural pathway your brain has trained to stay active. Every time you believe a scary thought, your brain strengthens that pathway. Why anxiety doesn't go away? Anxiety is not weakness, not a personal flaw, not a lack of faith. In neuroscience, there's something called neuroplasticity. The brain changes based on repetition. Every worrying thought, every negative feeling, every worst-case scenario you imagine strengthens the neural path of anxiety. For example, if you faced repeated rejection or fear in the past, your brain learned to watch for threats, even when there aren't there now. The amygdala, fear center, becomes overactive. The prefrontal cortex, rational thinking, struggles to control it under stress. Result? Anxious thoughts become faster, stronger, automatic. Anxiety is not your enemy. Your brain is just acting on the repetition it's trained for. Now, let's look at a verse many people read, but few understand deeply. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your minds. These aren't just comforting words. Let's see it through David's eyes. A young shepherd boy, alone with sheep, afraid of enemy attacks, heart racing, mind overwhelmed. Do not be anxious about anything. David trained himself to interrupt the anxiety response before his brain finished the internal horror movie. By prayer with thanksgiving, he shifted his focus from fear to God's presence and safety. The peace of God will guard your hearts and minds. Even his body and brain began to regain control. The prefrontal cortex regained authority over the amygdala. The idea: every time you interrupt the old pathway, your brain starts learning safety instead of fear. David's method. 1. Identify the thought. David noticed his fear. David faced daily threats from the Philistines, but he learned to separate. Identity: I am weak. Thought: I am having the thought that I feel weak right now. Practical step: whenever a fearful thought appears, write it down as a thought, not as a final truth. 2. Stop the old neural pathway. David's stop button. When anxiety appeared, David told himself, do not be anxious about anything. This wasn't a slogan, it was a real interruption. It stopped the internal movie before it gained momentum. This prevents reinforcing the old neural pathway. Practical step: repeat it quietly in your mind. Treat it like a red stop signal before anxiety takes over. 3. Calm the body. David's breathing. Before facing a threat, David grounded his body. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 times. Practical step: this reduces the amygdala activation and gives your brain space to regain control. 4. Shift focus to truth. Prayer with thanksgiving. Instead of focusing on fear, David focused on truth. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Focus on God's presence. Focus on something you're genuinely grateful for. Focus on a small recent success. Every moment of focusing on safety builds a new neural network. Practical step: spend 2 to 3 minutes daily in short prayer with intentional gratitude. 5. Intentional repetition. David's daily training. David repeated this process daily in every small situation. Identify the thought, press the stop button, do not be anxious, calm the body, shift to truth. Each repetition weakens the old fear pathway and strengthens the new safety pathway. Practical step: practice even in small situations. Train your brain towards safety. 6. Gradual exposure, facing fear step by step. David didn't defeat giants overnight. He faced smaller threats first. You can do the same. If you have social anxiety, start by sharing your opinion in a small group. If you fear exams, prepare one small section at a time. Every small success strengthens your new neural pathway and builds internal safety. What happens after weeks? Old thoughts lose intensity. The body becomes less tense. Peace becomes more automatic. Your brain learns a new road, the path of safety instead of anxiety. Renewal doesn't mean eliminating problems. It means reshaping how you respond to them. Next time anxiety hits, don't ask, "Why am I like this?" Ask instead, "Why am I finishing the fear movie in my head?" Use your neural stop button. Do not be anxious, plus prayer, plus gratitude, plus one small step. Like David, inner peace is built gradually, one day at a time, one repetition at a time. The message? Anxiety isn't your enemy. It's a signal. And with the right verse, awareness, repetition, and small practical steps, you can redirect it into a new pathway. If this helped you slow your thoughts, share it with someone who needs peace tonight. Subscribe for more content where faith meets real life. We're not just watching, we're rewiring our minds.